Have you been suffering from lower back pain and you stretch and you foam roll, but it doesn't ever seem to completely get rid of it, and you get temporary relief and within a few hours it comes back? You're in the right place, because I'm going to talk about a trick that you can utilize in your life no matter your age, height, flexibility, or weight. And it's pretty simple, so stay tuned. My name is Kirash, and here at Kathmandu, I want to focus on day-to-day inconveniences that chip away at us and make our lives just a little bit worse, and how we can tackle them and get rid of them. So today I'm going to be talking about lower back pain and how I have managed to reduce it by a significant factor. This all started in 2020 when my low back pain and my mobility issues had led to a point that I couldn't even squat. And that's when I knew I needed to have a look and see what the issues are and where I can tackle stuff. But what happened was COVID. So COVID, gyms shut down, couldn't go to the gym, and I thought, cool, I'll take some time off from gymming, moving heavy weights. Maybe that was the issue and I was pushing myself too much. So now with the time off, it may recover. But a few months went past and I realized that my lower back pain was still there. It was always tight. You know what I'm talking about if you've ever had lower back pain. It's just annoying. So I started thinking about it. It's like, what am I doing these days? And the only types of exercise that I was doing was only walking and running. So that made me think, maybe I should think about my walking, like how I take each step and my strides, and see if maybe there's something there. One thing that I noticed when I started paying attention to my walking was that often I would catch my legs walking in front of me a little bit rather than under me, and that did not feel right. So then I got curious. I wanted to figure out, how is a normal walk? How am I supposed to walk? Because nobody tells you that. You just come out of the womb. After a few years, you're supposed to be able to walk, and that's it. There's no classes. It's just like, yeah, go on, go bipedal away. So yeah, I did some research to figure out what actually is the normal way of walking. So it turns out that the normal way of walking usually consists of an upright torso with a slight tilt forward with the legs directly underneath. The way that I could describe it is almost like you're kind of falling, but with every step you catch yourself. As a matter of fact, people like Ido Portal, who was recently featured on the Huberman Lab podcast, have described this as controlled falling. To add to this, my research led me to figure out how weight transfers through our foot with every step. The research shows that most people strike first with their heel, and then the weight rolls off to the outside of their foot, and then to the ball of their foot, and then transfers to the toes, and more specifically to the big toe. However, with the running, more and more research is coming out that points to running on the ball of your foot being a more economical and efficient way, but that's a topic for another video. Having found all this, I was more conscious of my walking, and I caught myself heel striking pretty hard, to a point that sometimes I could even hear my every step. And after thinking about this, it kind of made sense. If my legs walk in front of me, that means with every step, I'm kind of striking the floor with a locked out leg. So the heel strikes, and when you strike with your heel, there's no suspension, there's no calf muscles helping you dampen the energy. So the energy transfers through the heel to the ankle, to the knee, to the hip, and then to the low back. I'm like, whoa, maybe that's what it is. So what I started doing was trying to do more of that controlled falling. And heel striking less. So yeah, practically that's the trick. If you start paying attention and you catch yourself heel striking pretty hard, just try it for a little while and try to tilt your body forward, your torso forward a little bit more. And also one other thing that helps is taking shorter steps. I was, for some reason, taking real long steps thinking that's saving energy because I'm taking less steps. But it turns out taking shorter, more frequent steps is actually better for you. So that's a good tip too. So yeah, as a general, tilt your torso a little bit forward, take shorter steps, not extremely short, but just shorten it a little bit, and try to heel strike less and have a more balanced weight transfer through your foot. Honestly, over the past 2 years, I've tried and implemented this into my life. Not gonna lie, it takes conscious effort. It's not a trick that is just done and your lower back's fine. But take it from me, my lower back pain has practically disappeared. It's not there anymore. It's non-existent. So if you want to, give it a try and let me know how it goes. Another tool that can help you with this trick is using flat shoes with minimal sole, because with the way the shoes are going these days, they usually put a really thick midsole underneath your heel, which first practically makes it impossible for your heel to not be the first thing that strikes the floor. And second, there's so much cushioning that doesn't really matter how hard your heel's striking, it's always comfortable, and you never understand if you are actually damaging yourself or not. So what has helped me is getting flat shoes. If I'm going out, if I need slippers, I've got myself Crocs, and I have invested in a pair of Vivo barefoot shoes, and yeah, they're pretty good. I practically wear them everywhere, to the gym, to work, for walks. Yeah, it's been pretty awesome. I can make a video about that also. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say today. Catch you in the next one.